The Jeep Compass, our car of the year, one of our favorite SUVs, and we've had it for around a year. Now, is it as good as it's cracked up to be? Are there things in this car that we didn't really like? What were the stuff we went crazy about? Well, we're going to tell you in this our long-term view of the Jeep Compass. Stick around. Let's take a look at what we didn't like first. Now, right from the outset, I didn't much care for this touchscreen. It is a bit slow at times. The icons here are a bit confusing, but over time I've gotten used to it and it's pretty useful. You know, even as a tool, I tend to make a list of my calls every morning and then just run through them, and it's pretty good at doing that. Now, for the most part, the Jeep Compass's interior is extremely solid and well built, and that's even after a year behind the wheel. There are, however, a couple of areas where it is less than perfect. This elbow box, the shroud here for the mirror, no, not nice. Now, something that tripped me up quite often, especially when traveling a long distance, was the size of this boot. 438 liters. It sounds like a lot, but if you look here, there's just one haversack and you can see how much it's already filling this sort of enclosure. You'd want it to be a bit bigger, especially if you're traveling 4 up. Now, the Compass has always been a pretty grumbly and rough sort of diesel, especially like that when you put your foot down and load it up a bit. See that side boom that comes around 4,000? That's always there, and yeah, it does disturb you quite a bit unless you have something really loud playing on the audio system. And here's the good stuff, things we liked and loved about the Compass. Now, when we got the Compass for the first time, I was really impressed with these beautiful, sumptuous white seats. Now, they're perfectly put together, this perforation is lovely, the red double stitching, and it just brightens up the whole cabin. But I would always ask myself, how is this going to last in our grubby conditions? And look at it today, it isn't too bad. We haven't got this car professionally valeted, we haven't spent a lot of time cleaning the interior, and it's pretty much, you know, it's pretty okay. It's not too bad. There are a few slight hints of color, but in general, would I buy these white seats? Absolutely. They've really worked out well. Although I didn't care for the touchscreen too much, what I really do like is this feature that says do not disturb. It allows you to drive and not be disturbed by the calls and tells you like that you've got a missed call or you've got a missed text message. And another thing I really liked about the interior is this rubberized section. Now, it's lasted up pretty well, and I never hesitate to throw my phone in because it's rubberized. You can just put it in, you know it's going to be well protected. Rubberized cup holders, absolutely love them. Now, the Compass is fabulous for broken roads and really bad patches. You can just sling it along in parts where you would want to just crawl. Now I'm just carrying on without worrying what's below, and that's absolutely fabulous. What's also pretty incredible is that though we've given this car a lot of punishment, there's just no sound from the suspension. Now, this is an SUV, but what almost never gets old is just how beautifully planted it is on the road. Kind of poise it has around corners and the kind of confidence it delivers to the driver. That's just exceptional for an SUV. What I absolutely loved is that 170 horsepower. Put your foot down from 2000 RPM and it just pulls and pulls. That's almost 5000 RPM and loads of performance. So after a year, like I told you, I'll be sad to see our Compass going away. But luckily we have an even more exciting prospect, the all-new Trailhawk. And that's what we'll talk with you about the next time we do our long-term report on the Jeep Compass.